Can you hear us? There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, here we are. Welcome, guys.
What? How does this one button get pressed every week? And you have to do this literally every week. How does this happen?
All right.
Well, what happens is we have a situation where I think the lighting changes because if you'll notice, my side is not really doing it.
side is Michigan.
Don't press buttons. What's wrong with you? You're
Just seeing if this side was working.
Okay.
I thought this side of the board might have gone out. But I was
Anyway.
wrong. Anyway, that's what happened.
Okay, so the reason I rushed in here is I was about to tell Joe a story. And I have to tell you also.
Announcements will be coming up soon.
Yeah, it
so
will,
stick
it
tight.
will. Sit tight. So this is totally interrupting. So
Wow, look at that
I'm
pizza
at this store. I'm at this fantastic store, and this lady is in the checkout. I'm like, oh, going to do some gardening because she had some double-sided shears, like some hedge trimmers.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's like, no, a piece of my car is falling off.
Oh my
I want to cut it off. And I was
That'll
just
do
like,
it.
did you look for the tin snips?
Wow.
She was like, what are tin snips? And I was like, why don't you come with me?
Yeah.
Like, so I took her down and I was just like, well, these are tin snips and they're made for things like this.
Yep.
And she came back in and she was like, those things cut through anything.
Yeah,
And I was like, wait, what do you mean anything?
I thought it was just your car.
Yeah, she didn't answer that, but like apparently she was very satisfied with the tin snips. Yeah, I think she probably went home and was just like, what else can I cut?
Ooh, look at this finger bone.
Yeah, no, like that's
Next,
it cracked me up, like because she had the big old like the big bladed ones too, like not like the little like limb cutters.
Yeah.
Right.
No, this was like the big bladed ones,
Yeah.
and she was gonna like go at her car or whatever. And then I'm like, what did she hit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's it's
did I help her like
I was just
dissect the
thinking.
body?
I was just thinking. We started the show, and what we are doing right now is the advertisement for the next episode of Dexter.
Dexter, yeah, no, I love
it.
it. So that cracked me up. Like I was there and I was like, oh my god, it's so weird.
You're going to be on Dateline. Like they're going to show the store footage
Yes, they are.
of you helping her pick out the right tool
It's like
to
I'm
disembowel
gonna be
somebody.
like this too. I am on camera. Be like,
You know, this one.
how
this
big
one.
is the like, dimensions? Oh god, yeah, my fingerprints are on the device and everything. I'm like, this is how you hold it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Here's the gullible Justin for
Yeah.
you.
Accomplice
Thanks
murder.
for sharing that.
No,
That was awesome.
happy Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
How was your Cinco de Mayo?
very
Great.
salsa.
Very
Yes,
salsa.
it was.
Yeah. I got some good reviews on the salsa today
Oh, it was so good.
from not my husband. Although your reviews are always excellent. I didn't mean it that way, but
That's fine.
other people
Yeah.
gave good reviews also.
A Hispanic magician showed up.
What?
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm going to disappear on the count of 3." He said, "Uno, dos," and he disappeared without a trace. All right, man. Get to announcements. I'm
As you can
sorry.
tell,
I'm sorry.
we have a new career happening for our buddy.
Sorry.
He's going to be doing stand-up
Blossoming career.
now, 2 shows a month. Date
Well,
and
I'm working
location
on my tight 5 seconds.
will be announced soon.
We can at least count on it once a week on Mondays.
Yeah.
Yes, they will be live on Mondays.
Now that's your new shtick. You have to come up with a stupid joke every
Oh my
Monday.
god, that'll be so easy.
As a matter of fact, before we start, when we start the show now, what we're going to
Excuse
do,
me.
we're
That
going
was
to do like
really
we
good.
did
I wish I
now.
was sampling that.
We're going to do like what we're doing right now, and then it's going to end with the joke. And then once you're done with the joke, then
Just let it flow. We don't need
No,
to be.
I just-
I got to do the announcement sometimes. People can't stay up so late.
Okay, do your
You
announcements.
know what I'm saying?
I'm listening, man. Sock it to me.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to AM 1620, The Worm, Marcellus, Michigan. This is what you need to know for the week. Hey, guys. Glad you're tuning in. A couple things. Big shout out for everybody that showed up tonight to our open jam. The patrons that visited and threw down a little bit as much as the musicians did. That was pretty freaking awesome.
You had a regular old hometown hoedown.
Yeah. Woo! Woo! So anyway, look forward to it next week. So thanks on that. So all right, couple things. Special meeting tomorrow night at the Village Hall concerning the downtown beautification project. 7:00. So just a heads up on that. That's something
We'll be
you wanna-
broadcasting.
broadcasting. Yes, the Worm will be broadcasting live. Absolutely, without a doubt on that situation. So that's going on. May 8th, the DDA is meeting at 6 p.m. That's at the Village Hall also.
We'll be broadcasting.
We'll be broadcasting. I tried to give an update on the Mesa, but it's a little bit difficult. It's like it's disappeared. So I don't know what's happening with it yet. I'll let you know if I find something out. But on the Village Hall website, there was no information on it. So anyway, okay.
So we have Tuesday, Village Hall special meeting concerning
Yes.
the sidewalks. Wednesday,
Yes.
no, Thursday,
Mhm.
not
No,
Wednesday,
the
Thursday,
8th.
the 8th, the DDA meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's a couple things
Oh,
that's happening.
shout out to everyone who came out for First Friday. It was a very successful event.
I was
Sounds
gonna,
like.
yes, I was gonna. When we're done with the announcements, I was
Sorry,
gonna touch
sorry.
on. No, it's fine. It was fine.
No.
It's fine to hit it on a couple times. I agree totally what you're saying. A big announcement here now. Big announcement. This is breaking news. Okay.
Breaking news.
Estella has informed me at our food pantry, the Marcelo's food pantry, that they've worked out a deal to where we're going to be starting a new program situation where there's zero pre-registration. It's a quarterly food program. It's going to be 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I know this is a little early, but I'm giving a heads up because it's a new program that's in. So Stella and myself and everybody else, we're kind of really excited to have this in our village. It's going to be May 21st. That's a Wednesday. So in this case, on that Wednesday, we will not have the regular pantry open because it will be happening at the pantry, but the regular pantry will be closed during that time because of the quarterly food program. So anyway, look super forward to that. We'll keep hitting that up as announcement and everything.
So
but
this is like in
this is-
replace of the Feeding America truck for the time being, right?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
an extra something because of Feed America truck is going to be this Friday.
And that's the last one
I'm not for sure on that, but it's getting close to where. So
because our federal funding is fucked.
yes, I
Okay.
couldn't say it better. That's excellently said. It will be the Feed America truck will be noon to 1. So we look forward to that and everything. So that's this Friday. And so if you have any questions, you can get in touch with Stella at the food pantry. She will hook you up with any kind of questions you have for hopefully the answers and everything. Jill and Mike and everybody over there at the pantry, we appreciate you guys and everything you do.
Yes, you guys do great things there. They're
Yes.
super people.
Yes,
they're,
yes.
they're very patient.
Yes.
Like I love that. Like when I have questions, they're very deliberate and very thoughtful in what they say to me. So I always appreciate them.
Yes.
We'll make another announcement as it comes closer to the
Yes.
21st as a
Mhm.
reminder.
Yes.
Before you jump to these dates, because we kind of stayed in order. So we got the Tuesday, we got Thursday. You don't have it written on your list, so I'm going to say it. Friday, the 9th, is karaoke at the VFW.
Karaoke with Paulie.
Oh,
Karaoke with
crikey.
Paulie.
Oh,
I mean,
crikey.
you guys, it's open to the
Oh,
public this
man.
Friday. This Friday, open to the public.
Isn't Saturday the puzzle contest?
He's getting there. He's getting there. He just didn't have this written down. So I wanted to say it because we're going in chronological order. But I'm pretty look, I might just have to go there myself, all by my lonesome, to go watch this because I am a karaoke voyeur. I love watching karaoke. So I'm pretty excited about this. Okay.
Let me see.
I think it's at like 7. I'm
let
not
me see what I'm
100% sure
doing.
of the time.
Let me see what I might be free.
Paul, Paulie, if you're listening, I know that's what you're going by is the Paulie, but if you're listening, you want to drop us the actual time. That was something I did, but
I saw
I'm
it on the
assuming
VFW page. I
I'm
just can't remember.
assuming it's at 6, but
6, 7, 8, somewhere in there.
somewhere on there. But he's this. So anyway, yeah,
This Friday.
go check it out. He's
I think your son is drunk. So he's-
okay. So I have to continue. We have to continue
So
with the
the
announcements
Havermers.
because that's what
So do that.
professionals do.
Full tabs.
So the announcement now is, as you
Well,
guys
look.
might have heard, Saturday, May 10th, starting at 11 a.m., we have at our lovely Marcellus Woodchip Woods Memorial. I never get it right. It's almost like Terrell's.
Okay.
The Woods Memorial
Township
Till.
Memorial Library.
That's where it's going to be, May 10th. That's this Saturday. Starts at 11. There's room for 8 teams, 4 people per group. There's a $10 fee per team, not per person, per team. That's a puzzle tournament. That's this Saturday. So a lot of stuff happening again in town.
Yeah.
That's again, come down and visit Electric Moon Wednesday through Saturday, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can visit Sarah and Tony at Patch and Remington. That's 115 East Main Street. That would be Thursday through Sunday. And check out Terrell's, Blake and the gang they're doing while you're on
Woo!
the
Big things
so-
happening. Okay, we gotta get through our announcements.
1 week ahead of time, but let's sell it out. Let's go and let's fill up the venue. The spring band concert is May 14th.
May 14th.
May
Okay.
14th is the spring band concert, and it's at 7 p.m.
May
At the
14th.
school.
at the school. So,
So
that would be something really cool because the seniors' last day is
Yeah.
2 days later.
Oh.
So it'd be really cool to
Yeah.
send them off with a bang, like to
I
show
probably
them
better
what
add
they're.
that.
We should broadcast.
Let's get in contact with them.
Yeah.
If anyone from the school watches, please get in contact with us. Leave a comment. Maybe
Yeah, we could come do a little broadcast or something.
maybe we can get a hold of Kay.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody,
Um,
Sarah or
Okay, so a couple more announcements, and then we'll be on with the show and here, everything. So, for all your special cannabis needs, go see Becky and the gang at the Woods.
Yeah.
They're the crew that you need to see. They also sponsor Trivia Night, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But I'm getting now to the 17th. I'm going to talk about something for a minute, guys.
Woo!
May
He's getting-
17th.
getting real.
May 17th.
Drop it.
Okay. I'm dropping it. Okay. If you want to come and hang out in the village, or you are in the village, you have a full day. Listen, 10 a.m.
George.
Oh, the Blythe Cemetery?
Preservation
Mhm.
Workshop. There's 20 spots available. Registration required.
I'm glad that you found the information. I was just asking about that. Good job, investigative reporter.
he's number
And so on the 17th. So again, that's the 17th at the library. Check that out. I highly recommend.
Chickadee check
So-
it, yo.
So
Then-
that's going to be to help clean up and preserve.
Tombstones.
Yes. And they've got some restoration stuff coming in. Michigan State is involved. Joyce actually brought this up. And so the registration is at the library. That's not when the actual event is. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
May 17th.
Okay.
Yes, May
Okay.
17th, 10 a.m. You can do that.
Okay.
So get
And then
in
guess
there.
what? Then when you're done with that, hey, pop on down to Patch and Remington's and check out our buddy George Markle as he gets ready to hit up his stained glass master class workshop.
Yes.
And there's only 6 spots. I don't even know if there's 6 left, to be honest with you, because we advertised last week. And I'll do, to be honest with you, I'll see him and talk to him tomorrow. So I
Yeah.
will find this out and have an update. But as far as $60 per spot, and this is noon to 3 at Patch and Remington, 115 East Main Street. So that's happening same thing. This is a 10 a.m. Now we got something at noon to 3. Now, hey, get home, grab yourself a quick nap or a refresher or whatever you need to do, and then grab some food, maybe. I don't know. Maybe don't. I don't know. Maybe mow your yard. I don't know. But check this out. 7 p.m., the place to be is back at Patch and Remington again. Because guess what is happening? Trivia night, my friends. Trivia night. That's right. Our dear friend right here, our Alex Trebek and
Marcellus.
Marcellus
Oh my God, I'm getting you a fake mustache.
I
is
wear it.
the broadcast announcer for the trivia night. Does an incredible job. We've got a word that we've got some people returning champions coming.
Oh, from
We
2
also-
separate groups.
We also
Oh.
have word that some people from Paw Paw are probably riding into town. So saddle
Rolling
up your
deep.
horses.
Rolling deep, man.
Yeah, so because
It's getting hot in here.
first place, second, and third place prizes, again, sponsored by Terrell's Market and the Woods.
And we always have surprises.
Always prizes. Always prizes. 'cause
We have, we have,
And
we,
surprises.
yeah, we have surprises up our sleeves. Like,
Surprises, yeah.
doves might be flying out.
Yeah, because
Like
he
they
is
might
he is
cry.
a comic, and so
Fucking
I would say I think that's pretty much got what I need to do. So I guess what I'm gonna say here is, class, I appreciate your attention. It's been an honor to do this, and I hope you enjoy this quick break and enjoy the rest of the show. Out.
Me is all grown up.
Thank you.
Good
That,
one.
that was a good one.
Yeah, he had a lot of
Uh,
information.
You did. You piled it in there. I guess I am no longer needed. I am easily replaced.
You're not at all. I mean, it's
Uh,
just that I needed to do it because I knew it probably wasn't happening right now. So it's not something I want to keep up all the time. It's
Did-
not like I got voted in. So listen, talk about something quick.
What up, home?
First Friday.
Mm-hmm.
People that came out, thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
The vendors that came out, thank you for setting up.
Yeah.
Doug Harsh,
Musician.
musician, played at the gazebo. Appreciate you, brother. Driving up over an hour, come to town to perform.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Appreciate you so much on that.
And
Uh,
I mean, while we're at it, let's just say good job, DDA. They really rallied to make this happen this
Yeah, that was
very
quick.
early,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
early
yeah,
in a new board.
yeah, yeah.
And so good job on them.
yeah. Thank
Yeah.
everybody that came to Electric Moon, supported bought some
Local
things.
shopping. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey man, I
Uh,
need a new shirt, by the way.
All right, man. Well, let's look
What
it
kind?
up.
Which one?
Hey,
But button up.
What
You know I
kind?
love
Uh,
my button ups. I
what
don't
kind?
know. I don't know yet.
open tomorrow. No, we're not. But we can do some shopping here after hours. I know where the key is.
Oh my god.
So
Very boutique of you.
So I would like to touch base a little something on First Friday, like what was happening at one of our venues. Patch and Remington was having their first art exhibit opening of the season. Well, technically they've had openings this year, but this is the first one for First Friday.
Okay.
And so it was really a thoughtful, deep, but needed more than ever message. And so we were asked, to kind of perform some music for part of the mission of this thing. And the ones that have been to Patch and Remington, if you've seen it, the ones that have not yet, I suggest you get there to check it out. It's a very powerful statement. We did some video recording of the music part, so hopefully we'll be able to at least put up some kind of clip or something to kind of emphasize what the story was behind that. But the idea of this and everything is because it's hugely important. So I think we need to stand, because this is kind of something we all stand for. Is was what we're losing by losing funding for our arts programs and a lot of other programs and things that are happening in our
Humanities,
country right now.
Social services.
And so part of this was, without some of this to help support some of the places that the artists and musicians are able to present their stuff and perform, and it really makes it hard. And so it takes it's a little spokes in the wheel to make this all go around. And when you really take all the spokes out and you just give a square little wheel to make happen, you say make that smooth, it makes it really difficult. And so I think for what is happening right now, the statement need to be made. And I was honored to be a part of it and be in this town, this little village where I think a lot of the people saw it and they understand. So there's some questions asked, but I think there was open hearts and open ears for a discussion to happen, and some just not realizing
The impact.
how quickly this
Yeah.
can all go away and everything. And
Yep.
so I just want to make
It was amazing. It was.
Yeah, yeah.
We're talking. This is like big city stuff that
Yeah.
we have in our little town that happened.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're not like explicitly saying exactly what it is because the statement, if you have not gone, it's worth going to see it first And then once kind of everyone's had their chance to filter in and see it, then
Yeah.
we can kind of talk about it.
Yes.
But what I really, really appreciate is part of the message is that without help from the federal government, it's going to be left up to each of us as individuals to contribute in some way.
Yep.
And this exhibit not only conveyed that, but keep in mind that for weeks, Tony has been asking for people to donate frames, and that played a part in this exhibit. So it was community, literally 360,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Grassroots.
Pro. Yeah.
It just was it so thought provoking and impactful. And go to Patrick Remington and see it in person.
Yes,
That's-
please check it out, because if you don't do it, you're going to miss it. And it's something that you should see, because chances are, whether you realize it or not, art's probably a big thing in your life. Music's a big thing in your life. And so what we're trying to do here in our community is give something for people to do that is like this and everything. And so it is one of those situations where we can complain and bitch that there's nothing ever to do in our town, or
Be
we
a part
can
of it.
try to make something happen. And
Yep.
and I think that's the part that's been awesome, is that we get to one of those things to where it's kind of working and it's starting to grow on its own without needing all the watering and the care that it needs so young. And we still want it to do a lot more, but I think we had 14 people at Open Jam tonight.
Yeah.
And so
Baby steps.
some of this is some of those were there at First Friday, and I know they were like, we're going to make a point to kind of come out to see it again, because and the weather's getting nicer. So anyway,
Well, what did he say when I was there? He was like, "Hey, finish that song that she cut off."
Oh, yeah.
He did. He was like, that Jimi Hendrix song that
Yeah.
you were playing.
Yeah.
Will you finish that she cut off?
Yeah.
Like that really cracked me up. I was like, the OCD in him. She pulled that plug, and he was like, I need to hear the rest
Oh,
of
the
it.
whole thing. Yeah.
Like I have to. So
Yeah.
like that made my. I was like, that's great. I'm glad I was here.
And
for
I
this.
guess if I'd
So
have thought about it, I would have said no.
you should have. I was like waiting for you to be like, sorry, man, we don't actually know the rest of the
No,
song.
no.
I know.
just
I would
simply-
have to say no. I can't, because it's been defunded.
Just be done. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, we don't have the funds for that song.
Yeah.
We could play the off-brand.
Yeah.
No, that was great. I loved it. It's great to see that interaction from the community.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody that came out.
Yeah.
And kind of
Mhm.
support.
Oh, also something we didn't mention it, and I don't have the details again. I'm so sorry. I just know it's happening, but I know there's a Facebook event for it this Saturday, the 10th.
Saturday.
Yet again, Patrick Remington.
At the
See, they are the
Patchen
hub.
Remington.
Oh, yeah.
They are
yeah.
the hub.
Yeah. Oh,
There is how should I say this? A discussion group, open discussion, kind, courteous, approach it in that way, but it's supposed to be thought provoking,
Idea based.
on ways that we can be involved in our communities.
Community oriented.
And also maybe some political leanings also, things that are happening in our world.
Help each other.
Yes, but to help
How
each
do
other.
we help
So
each other? How we take
there's
our
a
energy?
discussion group that's happening. I have to look it up to see what time. I don't think I put it in my calendar. I think I just put it in there as Saturday because I missed it last time.
So you're having
Um,
a think tank.
Essentially, yeah. And it's open to anyone who wants to
I
come.
want to say,
Um,
if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's like 4.
Yeah, I could
But I could be
speculate.
wrong. Like so, but
But you must know the secret handshake.
I think it's going to be pretty cool. So I think it's, people can inspire others, i.e., look, you guys, we fought for an entire year
Oh God.
to just make our fucking sidewalks accessible.
Yeah. Yeah.
We fought. Like the idea of that still is mind-boggling to me that we had to fight to get accessibility.
well,
Like that mind boggles me. But
Yeah.
to that point, we're just regular people who took a little bit of time out of our
Mhm.
lives to be involved, to vocalize our opinions, to do some research, to get involved and look at. We're making a difference in our community and it's happening. And
But-
so you have to start somewhere. And
Yeah.
so I like the idea of this. If people go, oh, my voice doesn't matter, or I want to get involved, but I don't know how, this might be the perfect place to start.
Yeah.
One of those things I didn't understand as a child that like elder people would tell me that you will not understand is that knowledge is power.
Mhm.
like as a child and even a teenager and a young adult, I was like, knowledge is power. No, power is power.
Sure.
And like,
With great power comes great responsibility.
yeah, but the older I get, I'm like, oh man,
Yep.
knowledge is key.
Yep.
So like just knowing a little bit goes a long way.
Agreed.
You don't have
Agreed.
to know everything when you have a community that you can rely on.
Yeah. Yep. To work together and
Mhm.
draw
Yeah.
from each other's strengths.
Yeah,
And
and it also, it will show that, sometimes when someone's supposed to do something, they don't always follow through. And unfortunately, if you don't check that, you can get a lot of shit downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it smells
Yeah.
like Marcellus.
Sometimes.
It does travel downhill. On a happier note, have you ever been to the Air Zoo?
This is the happy note.
Have you ever?
No,
been
we
to the
haven't
Air
been
Zoo?
there yet.
Oh
I've-
my
I've
god,
been wanting to
Iron
go,
Man
but-
is there.
What?
Oh, nice.
Iron Man is there.
Where?
Yeah,
The
the
Air
Air
Zoo.
Zoo. Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
they have a
Yeah,
replica of the
yeah.
suit,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
have a C-3PO and an R2-D2, and
Oh,
they have simulators, and they have all kinds of stuff, all the way back from like early like biplanes. And
It's
stuff.
not like a real zoo, right? It's like a
it's a
an
museum.
airplane
It's,
zoo.
it's
right?
like an interactive
It's-
museum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They have like a stealth bomber. They
Yeah.
have a gigantic, and I mean, this thing is
It's aviation based. In case
Yeah.
you can't tell.
it's like a museum,
Thank you.
but it's like a zoo. Like each airplane has its own like pen, like where it lives, and you can like go up and interact with it and
Mhm.
walk around, and
Yep.
so it is kind of like a zoo. Like
I mean, people. That's what
like there's a helicopter
like-
area, and there's like a
Yeah.
overseas area.
See, I mean, this is one of those things where some people think certain people that follow a certain group around the country or whatever, seeing shows is weird. But yet, this is like unique in its own way too. It's probably because probably has its own.
Dude, it
I
was
mean, you're
cool.
obsessed with airplanes.
Dude,
so I
it
can't
was
believe that you're
so
not like,
cool.
fuck yeah, dude.
I know.
So
I'm
they
sitting
have,
there,
like,
I'm
this-
sitting there ready to go. Like I'm
Okay.
like.
They
I'm
have a
Can we
picture
get
of the
passes
Earth,
for the
yeah.
radio station?
Yeah,
Will they let it?
It
they
was,
let
it
us-
was
Maybe.
cheap. It was cheap.
Will they let us go in and do a?
Little
Oh,
film.
I bet
Little
they would.
film
I bet they
broadcast?
would. I bet they would.
Uh.
I know a person actually.
you
You know me and knowing people. But dude, they have like a picture from the International Space Station, and this thing is at least 60 feet tall.
Oh, cool.
Like Michigan was bigger
Yeah.
than I am,
cool.
like on this map, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like there's no like map lines on it. It's an actual picture.
Image,
It's
yeah.
so cool, and I was
Yep.
like, that's the first thing. Like I didn't know whether to go left or right. And I looked to the left, and it was like rides. They had like a little thing for kids where you could ride a carousel. Then I looked to the right, and there was that map.
Map.
And I was
You're
like,
like, that's the way I'm going.
that's it. And I
Yep.
kept calling it a map, and I'm like, it's not.
It's
What do
an
you call
image.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
an image of the Earth. What,
Yeah.
is there a special term for that?
image of the Earth.
Yeah, like an.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
a
called-
map.
it's called an image.
Satellite photography.
Called an image.
Okay.
Satellite
Okay,
photography.
cool. I mean, but like it was really like you could see like the rivers and stuff like that. It was very high def. It was
Yeah.
really cool. I loved it. I
Oh,
loved the
high
hokey stuff.
residuals.
No.
The residuals were like
Residuals
in
are
the
like-
millions.
High resolute.
they stood
There's
their
high
ground.
residuals in your cup. Okay. Not
Uh,
resolution.
I love that hokey stuff though.
I do
did-
too.
Did you guys have anything like that out west? Like, was there something that was just like so silly that you like to go to? That
Well, we never went to it, but there was a water park that was built in airplanes in Oregon.
Oh,
We never went to it though. And then we didn't really have anything super like hokey in Spokane, but obviously like Ripley's and stuff. We went to those in Oregon.
Ripley's is good.
Yeah, I like that kind of weird shit.
Like, I
so.
want to go to the redwood that you can drive through.
Yeah.
Like, that's something I want to do.
They don't let you drive through it anymore because
No.
it's been damaged a bunch.
Oh, people running into it.
When our cars are just so much bigger now than they used to be.
And we're assholes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just
we
really don't.
think the world's like getting warmer and global.
Yeah, we don't really treat this world very
Okay,
well.
Al.
But they do. You can still see the tree. I just don't think you can drive through it anymore. Let's see. We went. Oh, we did go to a place in
Uh,
in Crescent City.
I-
Crescent City, we went there, and it was
Paul Bunyan's.
no, that was the Trees of Mystery.
Yeah.
But in Crescent City, we went to a place, and they had sea lions that did tricks.
Oh,
Okay.
rehabilitation.
And that was a
center.
fun little place. Yeah. I don't know. We've been to a few places like that, but
Did you guys ever do any like the Oregon Trail stuff? Did you ever go
Yeah.
to any of those
Well,
sites?
our good buddy.
the place I'm trying to talk you into going with Joe this summer
okay.
the Dead Ox
is
Ranch.
literally on the Oregon
Okay,
Trail. Listen.
Hey, by the way, AM 1620, The Worm, Marcellus, Michigan, approves the Dead Ox Ranch in Baker City, Oregon, technically Keating, Oregon. But Mike and Janie Morrissey are incredible human beings.
And hosts.
1620
And
does not
hosts.
endorse this message.
And if you ever want to go by and stay there when you're passing by, just tell them, hey, Joe and Erica sent you. And guess what? They
Oh my
will
God.
take care of you like family, brother.
I'm gonna
Our
show up
sister-
with like 45
No, they will.
people. No.
So, okay, so to be fair,
They just had a big photograph.
when the eclipse,
rally.
when the solar eclipse came,
Oh, yeah,
they were in the
yeah,
path of
yeah.
totality.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they had a big photograph workshop. All the photographers came and stayed at their
Yeah.
their
They
place,
also, but this,
and then they do the biker
but
rallies.
this is just they just had a bunch of photographers recently that were
Mhm.
just there for just like it's almost like they had their own convention there because
Well,
it's such a cool place.
Probably from the eclipse where they
Yeah.
all realized,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
this
what
is
I'm
so amazing.
Yeah.
We should come back and do things here.
Zero light pollution.
Yep. And then they do biker rallies, and they do, of course, the festival
Carmen.
that we do every year.
Woo!
But it's literally on the Oregon Trail, and the Oregon Trail Interpretation Center is literally off the road that you. So every time we go, I think about that game and all the people that actually did die, but still.
And you can
Mostly
tell.
the game.
Why?
Mostly
I
the game.
would love to do the Oregon Trail. I would love to.
Yeah,
Have you played the game online?
Oh my god.
Okay.
yes. I
'Cause
never
now they
I
have
never
it.
won.
I think
Um,
you should. I think you should do it without a vehicle.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
think I should get some oxen and try to fjord a
Let's see what you can do.
fjord?
You know what I'm saying?
Look, I would have died. I would
I
have
would've
died.
quit.
I would have
I-
died day two.
There
I'm
was
not
a
gonna lie.
cartoon and they did a spoof of it. They were like, everybody kept dying from different things on the Oregon Trail except you. You kept dying of dysentery. You couldn't stay away from that water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh, that would be me. Like,
That's
I'd be like,
true. That's
be
what
like, that
would
water
get
is
Joe.
fine. That brown water
There's-
is totally cool.
There's one tree up on like this kind of hill, and it's just really the only tree around for probably like 2,000 to 4,500 acres. It's the only tree, and it's just
How far is an acre?
and it's
I don't know how, like, feet wise. I don't know.
Well, so he's like 45 acres, and I'm like, I don't know how long an acre is.
Like feet, I don't know what the equation to feet is, but
I'm sorry, I always
our
wondered
lot,
that.
our lot is 0.6 acres.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
You're like-
that gives you like at least a visual perspective.
And the point that I'm making here is that if you were at that tree,
Hmm?
you could see basically California almost.
You could fart, no one would
You could
smell
see
it.
Seattle
True.
almost.
Yeah.
But you
Almost.
wouldn't know it's
You wouldn't
Seattle
know it's Seattle.
because there's no buildings.
I did go to the
Um,
point in Seattle or Washington where you could see Canada. And they had like the lookout point across, like so people. There were tourists on that side looking at the tourists on this side.
that's
and
awesome.
it was great. I was like, that's why my new hobby really is
You
taking
know what-
pictures of people taking pictures. I
Do you-
love it.
Do you know what that is?
Lookout point.
No, what that is people that can't get a passport. And
That's
so that's the closest they can get to looking across the other country. And besides, now Canadians said, "Fuck you, America."
There's probably some Americans that say "fuck you, Canada." So
Yeah. Yeah.
there are, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh no, it's bad. I'm like, I stand. I sure do prefer American bacon over Canadian bacon. It's the only thing I'll say on the subject.
Well, can I ask something? Because I don't really do either of those. So let me ask you this:
Who would win in a fight, fist fight, Trudeau
Like-
or Trump?
No, well, I mean, no, but like, is Canadian bacon more from where the ham part of the pig is versus the bacon part? Is that why the similar, or like
So
what's going
the
on here?
bacon part is from a fattier region, and the
All the good
Canadian
bits.
part is from a very extremely lean part.
And it's more like ham.
Yep. So it's much similar.
So the
to
ham comes from close to there.
Yes.
Probably,
Yep.
yeah. I would imagine
It's
closer.
very similar. It's
Okay.
just not smoked as hard.
Yeah.
I've made it a couple of times. It doesn't come out perfectly round.
What if you? I guess the question would be, if you were a pig, what would you want? People to say, kind of like about like, oh man, this is the best bacon, or this Canadian ham. It's just really like, which one is the better? Like where
prefer
you feel
somebody
like,
to go, oh, this is delicious, regardless of what part.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
If I was a pig.
Do you know what's funny? I love meat. I do. I'm not a vegetarian in any way, shape, or form.
I thought you
But
said
I
love
almost,
me.
I almost,
No, I love
I
me.
almost ruined all 3 of my autograph books because my crock pot was up on my seat and a squirrel ran across and I slammed on my brakes because I will not hurt something.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
won't. Like I'm not going to eat that squirrel. So I got no quarrel with that. But as soon as I saw the books and the crock pot, I was like, oh, squirrel.
You're about to go down.
You're lucky. Like your all of your ancestors like were going to be on my hit list.
Right.
Like if you ruined my Elton Brown autograph book.
I feel the same way.
So I appreciate
love to
animals.
eat meat.
I think it's part of the cycle.
But I very much am not a fan of hurting animals in any way, shape, or form,
Mhm.
even if it's for food purposes. I shot 1 deer. My dad used to take us hunting all the time, and I'd go with him. And I shot 1 deer, and that was the end of it. Never shot another one
Yeah.
ever again. I
Nope.
said, nope, I do not want to take another animal's life ever
I'm
again.
good.
Don't want to do it.
Yeah.
The other day we have a robin's nest that's
Mhm.
like literally right off of our back porch. And it's amazing. We can sit 5 feet from it and watch it. And I was like, Joe, look at this. And I walked around. I was like, look at her just sitting there all cute, blah, blah, blah. Then I go to mow the lawn.
Oh,
And
Oh yeah.
and I see my front tire and I was like, no! And I brake real hard and I back up and I look and there's a smushed robin's egg.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm the worst person in the world. She was gone. And I looked, she still had 2 more eggs in there. It didn't like fall out while I was
Yeah.
mowing.
No,
I think it
she
had fallen
pushed out.
earlier.
Yeah,
But
the birds will push them out.
Still, I felt awful about squishing a fucking egg, Justin.
Yeah. Oh
so
no, I get it.
I quickly collected the egg, and I made robin's egg dye, all natural. So I'm able to make organic.
you shut up. You did not.
So full
You
of
did
it.
not. Dork.
I was parked in my car. Not parked. I was at like a standstill in traffic, and I looked over and there's this guy walking on the sidewalk, and he goes into somebody's yard, and he just takes 2 flowers, and he gets back on the sidewalk. He keeps walking, and I was like, huh. And I look in my back seat, and I had eggs, and I was like, I should just throw an egg at that guy, just for being a dick.
Yeah, what is the social norm? So let's just think about this for a second.
Would you ever go into somebody's yard and just gank like a bunch
Never.
of because it was tulips?
Never, ever would I pick someone's flowers out of their yard. Wildflowers, sure. But
Yeah.
like planted flowers that somebody has cultivated,
Exactly.
created a garden, that feels
Like,
wrong.
no hesitation. This guy walked over, bent over, picked, kept going.
That's bonkers to me.
Like,
But I also
I
kind
wonder
of
if he was
like
making a bouquet, just going down the street.
Everyone's different
everybody's
flowers.
Yeah, so he's like, nobody will.
but I also feel like there's a lot of people out in the world that would probably say that there's nothing wrong with that. For me, it's not okay. But it's that like weird line. Because I also go, when your garbage can is out at the road, is it okay to throw your dog poop in someone else's garbage can if it's out at the road?
As long as the bag is sealed. As long
Okay,
as there's no
okay.
chance of poop getting on my can.
In the can? Okay.
I think that's the like picking it up and just like dumping it in there.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
like I'd be annoyed if it's 115 degrees out and it's a big old like smushy pile. Like no, I'm
That's
I'm
fair.
like, yeah, but sealed, like if you tie
But I
it
think
up
there's
and
some
put- yeah.
people in the world in that regard too, where it's like, for me, I'm the same way, right? 100%. Tie it off, make sure it doesn't leak.
Yeah.
It's out in the road, fair game. But there's a lot of people like, no, you should never put something in someone else's garbage can. So it's like there's weird lines for people. Picking someone's tulips, using their
Yeah.
garbage can.
Yeah, I guess, as I've thought about this, because I try to think about things sometimes, and when I do, I come up with pretty good observations. So I think what this is we have
He's getting serious. He has
we-
to lean in.
we have a person who has, as a little child, he would walk around and like his grandmother or somebody, and they pick tulips randomly. And so now his grandma's gone or whatever. And so now he just kind of walks around,
Picks them for his grandma.
picks at tulips and makes baskets. Then he donates them to the nursing home.
Maybe.
I'm not hating, man, because I had a really long walk home, and I would do it for my mom. I'd see like some daisies or something, and I'd pick a couple of them.
Okay.
But it was usually when I was just
But a
innocent.
kid too. Like that's the
That's
thing
what
is,
I'm
Yeah.
That's what
like
I'm saying.
Mia has picked a
How old
flower
is she?
here and there, and I'm like, no, you can't do that. Like that's my job to teach you. Like that's not okay to do. But I'm also like, she's the kid who will pick a leaf on a tree. I'm like, no, leave it. Like even a random tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, that's not for us to pick. It needs to grow and do its thing. So, but yeah, I agree. Like as a kid, there's some leeway there. As an adult, you should know better. That's where I land on it. You should know.
Yeah, I personally don't pick tulips.
How
No.
how about okay? So
But
let's take this social experiment one step further.
Okay.
I also
You
pick-
have multiple fruit trees in your yard, not an orchard in your yard. Is it okay for someone to come and take an apple off your tree?
How far in my yard is it? Is it like on the road or is it
It's
like
pretty
way in the
close.
yard?
It's pretty close.
Do you
It's
know the
within,
person?
It's within 5 steps.
Do you know the person? Is it like a neighbor? Or
You're
someone
on
lives
your,
on a
you are
tree
on
street?
your way to put dog poop in their can on the road, and you just
And
see a
you see
perfect
an
apple.
apple.
And
Yeah.
you don't know, and like, okay, is there some apples on the ground?
Yes.
Then I think that person would be fine with them eating it because if you don't get the fruit off the tree, that's bad news.
Okay.
And so I think certain times when you have fruit trees, you have so much, and after a while, you just get to where like, I'm just over it. And so I think they just like eat them because that way I don't have to pick them up off the ground. All
But after the
smush.
first time, if I see you, I'm going to tell you, hey, taking a couple apples because I saw you weren't taking care of it. Is that okay? Like I will mention to you that I've been the one that is
Stealing
taking
your
your
apples.
apples. I will let you know.
It's tricky because I also go like, I would be okay with somebody taking an apple here and there.
Mhm.
Now, if they're coming over to pick 50 of them to make an apple pie, I've got a little bit of a
That's
problem.
different. Like yeah.
But I also am that person that I wouldn't take an apple from someone's
I
tree.
think I would. I've never done it.
It
but
depends on how close. Like if it's like right at the road, I
Mhm.
probably would.
If I'm
Uh,
in Georgia and like there's peaches right on the road, I'm gonna be like, I've never had a Georgia peach. I'm gonna pull over and I'm gonna steal one and get shot. Like first time in my life ever stealing fruit, this farmer is gonna come out.
And get you.
Yeah,
I mean, the weird thing is, I just don't know why you just don't stop by a fruit stand and just say, "Hey."
I want the Georgia peach right off the
But
tree.
also,
But
like-
they're bringing it right. It's usually the person that's growing it. They're sitting by the road.
But we live in like cornfield central. Do you ever just stop and grab people's
I
corn?
never have done that. either.
Exactly. So
I
I go,
did
would you?
steal-
I don't know. Because
Now-
I
now that
think
he's-
about it all the time. Like, you could just take this corn and no one would know. But I would
now
never
that
do
Gene-
it.
Now that Gene the
I
Pumpkin
think-
Man is dead, I can admit that I stole a pumpkin from him when I was like 8
Well,
years old.
Now that we've been here, we moved here 2 years ago, and we've seen it happen in a couple growing seasons. To know the amount of corn that doesn't get picked, I'm fine with it.
I think I'm gonna steal some corn this year. You are bad.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna do
like,
it. No,
there's a plethora of corn. And
I mean, I
It's
think if you
prime
just ask the
opportunity.
person, say, "Hey, can I have some corn?" Then they'd be like,
no. And then now, then it really would be
Yeah,
stealing.
no. I'm gonna
versus-
like put on my overalls and have the satchel
Oh,
on the
Jesus.
stick
Jeez.
and walking through.
"Oh, Jesus, you are gonna get shot."
I am gonna
joke.
get a shot, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
here lies Justin.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, so that outfit, just I feel like I need to discuss this particularly because my son called me out. I have this crazy outfit on today because I was busy
Yes, she was. Oh
Working
man, she did some
in a
great
messy
work.
environment today. and then got home, needed to grab a snack, needed to pick up my husband. Excuse me. So I haven't changed yet. So that's why I have this crazy hat on, and I was wearing it like this today. But then I feel like I can't see anything,
Hey,
and so I had to flip
Guess
it around.
what?
And
We
so,
got your mom's awesome salsa, and you didn't.
yeah. So take that, making fun of my hat.
Yeah,
Aiden.
but he just
And
you
I
know what he
also
said?
spilled pizza sauce on my shirt before I came down here, and I burnt my
You
chin.
did say that.
And I've got some blisters in my mouth from trying to scarf really hot pizza. So I'm in really good shape tonight, you
Yeah,
guys.
good.
I'm
Appreciate
really,
all the
We are in
effort.
top form.
I
appreciate
mean,
her.
yeah, looking at me right now, I go, you
I-
know what?
I-
It's what you see is what you get, man.
Yeah, and I will say this, AO, I did appreciate your comeback there. I believe he said, well, I have Juanita's.
Oh. So Justin hasn't had Juanita's yet. He doesn't know what he's missing.
Yeah, well, that's on him.
Best tortilla chip on the planet.
So thanks for tuning in, AO. Appreciate you.
Mhm.
Thanks for spreading that word out there on the beautiful West Coast. I hope everybody's doing well. We've had a little bit of rain showers.
Yep.
But-
So I mowed the lawn for the first time
Yeah.
last weekend.
Yeah, I was going to tell them about my dream.
Well, wait, I was
Okay, okay,
I was
okay.
giving you the entrance to that, my dude. So mowed the lawn. It wasn't the first time; it was the second time, and it was Sunday, and so we knew rain was coming. I was like, let's see if I could knock it out, and I got all the front, all this back here, and made it to the bow, and we were feeling the rain, the sprinkles. So I was like, I better not chance it. So I pulled in the garage. So I had other side of the bow and this front half over here to get to still. Okay. So then 2 nights ago, Joe has a dream.
I have a dream, and it was pretty intense because, okay, for the people that don't know, I guess I should make this no right. Erica always mows the yard. We got a rod and a mower.
We got a lawn mowing ladies
and
section on this radio show.
I barely have the access to the key. And so
my job, my therapy.
So in my dream, it was like one of 3 crazy dreams that night. But anyway, I was just really torn to pieces and upset that she wouldn't let me mow the yard.
And that I mowed and didn't take care of the lawnmower properly.
And then she just pulled the mower and like had all the grass clippings, dog shit on it, just everything. Like just pulled it right up into the garage, and it's just like, yeah, I'm done with this. Left the blades down. You know what I'm saying? Like not running, not engaged, just yeah. And I woke up.
Get him one.
Yeah.
I woke up to the point where I was like,
Angry at me.
yeah, I had to recenter because I was frustrated, really. And like it's not like she sits there and tells me you can't drive the lawnmower. It's just she just cuts grass. You know what I mean?
You
Like
should just start driving it up to the shop.
I thought about it, but the boys in town and Junior all
Do
do,
enough of that.
do pretty good job. I feel like because I have my housing on, I need to dehouse, and then if I dehouse, and then I could get a push mower,
Pull it behind.
pull it from behind.
Yeah. Then you'll be right in with everybody else.
Right.
Yeah. So
Get my buddy to ride on the mower.
today I'm up at Terrell's working and get a text from my husband. Hey, so no pressure, but do you want me to mow the other half of the lawn or you gonna do it later? So he was trying to ask for permission to mow the lawn without making it very obvious that he wanted to mow the lawn. I was like, no, you mow. It's okay, honey. I had to
Fine.
give him that one because of his dream. I had to let him know it was really okay.
Well, it's that fine line where she was doing this special project we'll talk about soon, but I didn't want to. If she was going to come, home later on, I didn't want to. And she was thinking, "Oh, I'll just unwind doing that," like I didn't want to take
it
that.
over,
You
yeah.
know, so it's
So
a-
you only mowed half of the lawn.
And I only mowed half the lawn. Well, I mowed 3/4.
How many days ago was it? How many days apart was it?
Sunday.
Oh, so it's a day.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because like I think the OCD in me would make me mow the whole lawn over again. I'd be like, no, it needs to be the same,
Same
length.
no.
Well, the nice part is what was left over was kind of what I call our camping side,
Mm,
where it's like it looks natural and woodsy and wildflowers and weeds and shit.
I thought it was morning glories, but turned out
They're like wild violets.
it's
the
wild,
little wild
invasive
violets. Yeah.
monkey
He
spiders.
was like, look at these morning glories. I was like,
Monkey
those
spiders.
are not morning glories, honey. Not at all. But at any rate, the grass doesn't grow very tall over there. So it worked out perfect. It was great.
we
Great.
should get you one of those push mowers, like the old no motor one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted one of those. Not here. Not when we got this big ass place.
Yeah.
Back when we had our little place back home.
Our yard was
Oh.
about the size of our basement at
Yeah.
our other
Yeah,
house.
Yeah. I felt weird mowing it with a
Actual mower.
yeah.
Done.
Like, you should have a non-mower mowing.
Well, we were environmentally friendly though, because we shared a mower with Big D.
Yeah.
So it was one mower, two
Yeah.
houses. So we
Yeah.
didn't own two mowers.
Yeah.
We just traded off each week.
I rented a house in Kalamazoo, and the landlord was like, you know what?
Me is all grown up.
He was like, I'll tell you what, I'll take $25 off a month if you mow for me. Like,
Done.
yeah. He's like, do you want me to shovel in the winter? Like, dude, I'm poor. I'll totally do it.
Yep.
He's like, no, just mow. You're good. Tiny, like you said, like this room
Yep.
was the front yard. So I opened the garage the first time, and here's this giant
Like a
riding lawnmower. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! Like you had to like go into like do a K turn,
Yeah.
like in the yard to turn around and like finish mowing
Yeah.
it. And like there's a little hill you had to like ride up into
Yeah.
the platform. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this would take a third of the time with,
With
a
a
push
regular
mower.
mower. Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
little push mower.
There is something unique though about a small yard with the ability of a riding mower because Mr. Jim, our neighbor, it's awesome watching him because he's got a zero turn
Oh my
mower,
God,
but he
yes.
doesn't. He's not using it right now. He's just using like an old school Murray kind of mower. But like, he goes in like one. It's like where you put the 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. It's not like a push. I don't think it could be. Yeah, I don't know. But he goes. It's so cool watching him because man, it's like you would think that his backyard he could cut it in like I don't know 1 minute.
15 minute stops.
Yeah, I mean that's
Tops.
about what it takes.
I have
when he's doing
anger
it.
management issues when it comes to mowing. I had my lawnmower just kept bogging down. Like the air filter on it was garbage. It kept dying on me. Finally, I got to like a 6 yard by 6 yard area. I pushed the lawnmower in and I got the weed whacker out. I'm just mowing the lawn with it. Like I was just desperate. I could not do the lawnmower anymore. And like after like 25 minutes of doing this with the weed whacker, like it just swearing. I'm drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Just pissed at myself, pissed at the lawnmower. I'm like the whole time. I'm like, I'm gonna slash my own tires, and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That one was bad, but that was the weed whacker. I was like, this was not meant for this at all.
No.
One of my favorite is when you have a weed whacker and you have the extension cord. That runs off,
Oh my
and then
God,
you
yeah.
whack the extension cord. It's like, oh man, damn. I don't really have a solution for this
Nope.
problem. Like I had the one cord. This
I,
is back in the day, so it's like
I always had a gas snowblower,
Yeah.
and I went over to my mom's house. A good son. I wanted to do her driveway for her, so I plugged in her snowblower. And
She had an electric snowblower?
She sure did. And
What?
so I'm going and I come back and I tear that electrical cord right off. And I was like, huh. I said that was going to happen, and it sure did.
Yeah.
Because like it was snowing so hard, it just covered it right back up. And I got my headphones in. I'm
Yeah.
do.
I've never seen an electric snowblower.
No. It wasn't. I'm sorry. It wasn't like electric snowblower. Electric. It was like the electric start, but the start was bad, so you had
Had to keep
leave.
it plugged in.
You had to
Okay.
leave it plugged
Okay.
in, and it was just a nightmare.
Yep.
But yeah, it tore it up, and I was like, huh. And I mean, extension cords are not meant to just be destroyed
No,
like that.
no.
But it did. It tore it up.
Right.
Yep.
That's
And I mean,
bonkers.
it didn't destroy the snowblower. So I was like, huh. I think I have one of those at my place. I'm just not going to tell her.
Just swap
about
it out.
I
Yeah.
did too.
Yep.
Like she went to her grave never knowing that I fucked her extension cord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually never thought I did. I never told her. That's funny.
Sometimes things happen.
We were watching a show last night, Wild Nordic or something on National Geographic.
Uh-huh.
And in Norway, there's one particular highway, small 1-lane, 2-lane road, whatever, that goes to the mountains. It's closed in the wintertime. In the spring, they have literally a full-size plow. This thing is pushing through, and it's got a built-in snowblower. So this thing looks like Old Faithful blowing snow up. And like they were, the snow was probably
Oh, is that
2
like the
dump trucks
roads?
high?
Yeah, no, I've seen those roads. to
2
be
dump
clear.
trucks high the snow was, and it's just
Mhm.
blowing the snow out of a full size, literally
Unreal.
snowplow,
Yeah.
like a full size truck. It
Yeah.
was
'Cause you-
crazy.
Because sometimes that thing breaks. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like, what do you do? Like you don't call it tow truck.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like what do you do? Like they go fix it. Then you
I love
continue
those
on?
like gold mining shows and stuff. Even today, they're like, "Huh, we broke a sprocket. I guess we'll be shut down for 3 months."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Wow.
what do you mean 3 months?
Yeah,
It's
that
like
season's
that's
over,
that's
isn't
the
it?
next time the
The
postman
shipment's
comes.
coming in. Yeah. Yep.
And they were like, yeah, it's not. That's an extreme. They are like, it'll take 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah.
To
Yep.
get a new axle in
Yep.
here for the bulldozer
Yep.
because it's so massive.
It's remote and then big.
Well, that's what they
Yep.
get for fucking up there.
Man, we need our gold. Okay, it's
Do
it's
we?
very
Do
valuable.
we?
Yeah.
Uh.
You don't like how shiny it is?
Uh. I'm a silk.
Yeah, you're
Well,
a
I mean, that's just as bad.
I didn't say go get it. Didn't say don't do that either.
I prefer diamonds that we mine on the backs of breaking work of children.
I'm
Yeah.
not for any of this.
Like if it's not bloody, I don't want it.
That's
But-
good for you guys.
Kind
I'm
of
not
like,
surprised.
our steak.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
not surprised.
oh my God,
I'm not surprised.
I
you
have
meat
been
eaters.
craving a steak,
Yeah.
like so bad. Like I went to where the heck did I go? I can't. Oh, I went to Main Street, and I was like, they have to have a steak, and they were like sirloin. And I was like, no,
I want a
I'm-
real steak.
I'm not paying $28 for a sirloin.
Yeah.
And then I haven't had one since. And I'm like,
I think
Right.
we were supposed to do a celebratory dinner this past weekend and we didn't because we ran out of time. So I think we'll be making a trip out to the Rock pretty soon because they have decent steak.
yeah,
out
I
there.
want a trashy steak too. I want some A1 sauce. I want some people to judge me.
Wow. Well, I'll judge you hard. You can
Oh,
come
I
with us
will.
and I'll judge
You know
the shit
what?
out of you.
I want a mix. I want A1 and Heinz.
Oh
Like,
my God,
yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
so- okay,
on
wait.
a bed of Barbie
I got
sauce.
a
With some dry powdered ranch on.
I don't
got
know
a-
what happened.
I got a 2-pack of
Oh, that's awesome.
T-bones from Terrell's a few weeks back. Called Tony. Hey, making steak for dinner. Why don't you come on over? Cool, I'll be there. And if this guy doesn't freaking bring his A1 sauce with him every time.
Oh my God. I haven't had A1 in a long time. I salt and pepper.
Occasionally some garlic.
Oh yeah, garlic is
Occasionally.
fine. Yeah.
Um
Rosemary, whatever. If
Anyway.
you want to get froggy.
Anyway, I think we're gonna make a trip out to the Rock because they have decent steak
Yeah.
and they have stuff that Joe will eat. Nothing that our daughter will eat, but can't win them all. And they have
Just need
shrimp
some chicken
cocktail too.
tenders.
Shrimp cocktail and steak. That's my celebratory dinner.
I mean, I didn't get my steak, but the other day I had a late night. I worked until like 11 and I was going home and I was like, man, I'm hungry. I've been starving lately. And I almost did a Yui. on M40 because Burger King is
24
no, it
hours.
was last Monday. It was last Monday. I left here.
Okay.
So it was late. And I was just like, Burger King is open 24/7.
Did they have like breakfast after midnight, or do they have?
Yeah, when did their breakfast
I
hours
don't
start?
know that, but I was like, I said the same thing. I was like, it's almost midnight. I was like,
Sure.
I guess
Sure.
so.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So I did that, like, back up.
Yeah.
And I
That's
was like,
awesome. Be cool thing.
yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. So I back up, and she's like, yeah, I'll wave you forward when your food's ready. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I did, and I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Why
do
couldn't you
I
just stay in
look
the
like
window?
I'm getting ready to rob this
There's a
place?
video
Like-
of you on TikTok right now.
I bet there is.
Like, there they go. Hey, watch this, guys. Watch this guy. Watch this guy. Hey. Do me a favor, buddy.
Just
Back up. Okay, and when I'll give you the signal when your food's ready.
So, yeah,
So,
like,
yeah,
I
you
was
do
just-
that for us? Sure.
You know,
Is
so
this good?
finally, like,
Yeah.
they're handing me my food, and another car pulls up behind me, and it didn't even like cross my mind. Like, I should pull off. See if they make them do it too. Like, no, I'm hungry. I'm
I
like,
like
I'm
to
going
think it's a
home.
TikTok.
Oh my god!
I have to get our
dude.
daughter to look it up.
That was just so. I was
That's
like,
great.
that is so odd. Yeah, I'll back up. What? Yeah, I will. I mean, but
That's
But
great. I think
why?
that's a great story to end the show on, probably, huh? That's
Yeah,
a really
that-
good. That's a time. Do you want to? Should we be done or not?
Sure.
what's your favorite late night snack?
Ooh, ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream. You know what I've been craving? Tortilla chips with cheese in the microwave.
Oh, old
like
school
super
nachos.
trashy. Like,
They're
yeah,
so
with
good.
and then just pile sour cream
So
and
good.
salsa on top of it.
A graham cracker with a Three Musketeer bar on.
Boom.